All right. Happy Friday, everybody. This is Cameron Burrell, HeavyEquipmentCapital.com. Uh, Happy Friday. Hope everybody has had a good week going into the weekend, President's Day weekend. And so uh, this is Funding Friday for February 18th, 2022. Want to get out a video. Got some good information in regards to our uh, line of credit that is probably just a week old for small business owners. And if you're on my page, you know that I cater to the construction industry, the agricultural industry, and the trucking industry. And so, as a agency owner in the space of small business lending, we are bringing to you the advantages of uh, obtaining a line of credit. And I'm going to talk about some of the requirements, the minimums, the eligibility to that you've got to have already in place, okay, to apply for this line of credit uh, through David Allen Capital. As you know, we are a partner agency with a company called David Allen Capital based out of Michigan. And so my focus is to help those small business owners in that space obtain funding for their small business, construction related, agriculture, and trucking. Three industries that I have experienced in as a business owner myself or worked in some capacity already, but still coming from the business owner space. And just looking at my Facebook Live, it's always saying it's something going on, but that's why we got it going on YouTube as well. So, at any rate, going to talk about working capital as well and the differences between the two. Talk about some small business funding, some same day or next day business funding, and the couple of differences and the requirements for that. But most of all, want to educate our followers. Okay, you come across this page, and we want to educate. Okay, and to help you make that decision. All right, in regards to when the time comes and you need funding, we can be. We would love to be that resource for you going forward. But as the people say on YouTube, if you like what you see, like what you hear, just go ahead and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. I like to try to put out something every Friday, and that's because I have a Zoom meeting with my corporate office there in Michigan, with the president and with our senior underwriter that does a lot of the legwork in helping you as the business owner once you submit your applications on any of the products that we offer out. Okay, as far as funding, there are about now it's probably about 6 products, but the primary products are going to be business capital, same day funding, and now this line of credit. Also, there is some credit card processing for those using credit cards, and there is some customer financing. And so I'll try to touch on each one of those as I proceed to the video. So pretty much everything is impromptu. So I'm going to give myself an outline. I'm going to write down same day funding. Okay, because you go to the website, you'll see that on HeavyEquipmentCapital.com. We're going to talk about working capital. Okay, business capital. Okay, up to $2 million. All right. We're definitely going to touch on this line of credit that is, pretty much a week old now with the business and the new product, the newest product to be released is this line of credit. And then we'll talk about customer financing, okay, and how that can also work with you, in particularly if you are a service industry business owner as it relates to if you're in the trucking business, you're in ag, you're in construction, you run, operate, own, you're a partner in service industry related. You provide tire service, you change out tires, you're a diesel mechanic. Okay, you're working on engines, working on transmissions. You're sending out service trucks to job sites to fix on site, and your customers may not have the ability to pay. You can offer them customer financing right there on the spot and get a good rate. So a lot of things that are available with through David Allen Capital, and me being an agency partner, it's my job to present that material out to the masses. And so if you come into heavy equipment funding, heavyequipmentcapital.com, those are the things that we highlight and just want to touch on, as well. The touch on the opportunities that are available. I want to bring up, as a matter of fact, my website's already running. I'm going to keep that running in the background. I'm going to bring up another one over here on Google. And last week I did the video on just navigating through the website, and that was just based on the back screen of the website itself. Okay, but today we're going to do facial recognition. All right, I got on my Stetson and everything, so let's get to it. So I'll just go down the list of how it is on the website. And so let me, a broad view, just talk about, if you're a business owner. Before I get into all of that, let's just have a conversation. Let me just talk to you from, one, being a business owner in these three particular niches. Okay. First of all, it doesn't matter what you're doing. All right. And at any time you see this video, I don't want to sound as if I'm discriminating against any other business opportunity. I'm speaking from my experience being in these three industries. Okay. This applies, all the products apply to if you're a doctor, a dentist, you run a laundromat service, a tow truck service, a lawn service, you're a painter, HVAC. You probably could do some hazmat, but HVAC, plumber, AC, technician, whatever your business is, you can still apply for these same products. I just want to be clear that, I'm speaking to a niche market. I know trucking. I know agriculture. I know farming from the business aspect. I know trucking from the business aspect. I was a lease operator, 6 years ago. I had my own truck, leased my own truck. So I know that market even way back then, as opposed to what's going now. You still had the same the needs to keep your business running, to keep that truck operating, especially when it comes to fuel. Your truck breaks down, you got to get tires replaced. You got an older model truck, you got a fleet of trucks, and I knew guys in the first fleet I drove with, guys were buying older trucks to try to save some money, but once they got rolling, those trucks got to going down the highway every other week. They were having to cash advance and get $2,000 and $3,000 just to have their trucks fixed, so they can make loads, make runs. Well, if you get $1,500 to get your truck out or coming out on, engine swap, whatever the case may be. I rode with a guy from San Antonio, Texas, all the way up to Stephenville, Texas, to make a drop. As soon as he bumped the dock, his air pressure regulator went out. His compressor went out. Had to call a guy to come in. That was, almost $1,000 and stuff like that. So I know firsthand. I've had my own truck go down. I've had to been towed before. Had to get a trailer sealed up at a shipper before. So I've got those experiences, and those things cost money. And how they can relate to your business if you're in that specific business or whatever your business is. Some of the products that financial products and funding that is being offered here, through us, through David Allen Capital. You can personally always talk to me about that. I just got the experience in that. Okay. And so I know what you possibly are going through. Okay. If you're in the trucking, you're in ag, okay, and construction is no different. Okay. So I just happen to talk about those three industries because of my experience in them, in particular, in from a business owner aspect. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me just get started on this. So the first thing I want to talk about product is same day funding. Okay, so I actually had a gentleman yesterday, through LinkedIn. Okay, asked me about and one of his and it wasn't a gripe that he had. It was a lot of curiosity. And he basically said, I reached out to you because I saw you on LinkedIn for the last few weeks. You follow me, you see what I'm doing, and what have you. And he said, I get bombarded or I see a lot about small business lending and financing and equipment financing and things of that nature on, the social media platforms, stuff like that. And he said, when I saw you, I saw your profile, I said, man, let me call this guy and just get a better understanding of what it is that he's talking about in the small business space. And so we had an hour-long conversation, and I pretty much kind of, I hope I did. One, establish a connection with that gentleman, and two, he now knows in the back of his head if he goes forward with needing alternative funding, okay, he can contact me again, okay, and go through our platform to try to get what he needs without all the red tape of going through maybe his bank and things like that. So that may be your situation as well, okay. So and one of the first questions he'd asked was, what is alternative funding? Okay, and so alternative funding can be anything outside of, I'm not going to get into a technical definition, but alternative funding is anything outside of what your bank can't do. Okay, if your bank can give you a 2 to 7 year term loan at 6% on a piece of equipment, or use the money for working capital to buy whatever, or have a line of credit or whatever, and you got the best deal in the world from your bank, your local bank, financial institution, or some third party bank, financial institution, and they're offering you a loan, that's what that is. That's a loan. Okay. The difference is a lot of times they're going to want that collateral to back that up. And you've been in business, say 2 years versus 10, what have you. A lot of, especially if it's on a big piece of a big purchase, okay, they're going to want to see all your credentials. Doesn't matter, bank statements, as do lenders in the revenue-based funding aspect industry, in which that's what we are. We're revenue-based, okay. Everybody's going to want to see what you've been producing, okay. Probably some of the difference is going to be, all right, with revenue-based funding. Revenue-based funding is going to be exactly what that is. We are the alternative to the bank. We are the alternative to SBA. Okay, and that's just what it is. Okay, nothing against the bank. If you get the best deal from your bank, take it and run with it and don't look back. But if you know your bank's going to give you some hassle, and they're going to want your right arm or your firstborn's right arm, they're going to want collateral in that, your that boat that you take out on the lake every summer. Okay, or they want to talk about the equity in your home, okay, or the equity in your business. Okay, that's going to be the difference. The difference with us, and I say us, but with who I'm representing and working with and partnering with, okay, with David Allen Capital, okay, the collateral piece is a non-issue. Okay, your credit score is a part of the equation, your FICO, but it is not at the beginning of the equation. And so I use, algebraic equations. A squared plus B squared equals C. Okay, A plus B equals C. All right, and I could be wrong, but I hadn't done algebra in 30 years, so that's just what I remember from back then. All right, the main driver with revenue-based capital, revenue-based funding, is exactly what those first two words are: revenue-based. Okay, these lenders that are in the platform, that are working with, okay, and vying for business through the platform, through David Allen Capital, okay, they are revenue-based lenders. Okay, revenue-based lenders, meaning we want to see We've got millions of dollars that's in the vault in the back. All right. And our main purpose is to give that money out to a small business owner in the United States. Okay. Whatever business they're in, I'm sure there's some businesses they may not can get involved in, but for the majority of businesses, in particularly construction, agriculture, and trucking, okay, we've got funds available. To be eligible to get to our funds, and through the people who we're working with, being David Allen Capital. So we've been selected. We're lenders that have been selected through David Allen Capital, okay? And we can provide $1 million. We can provide up to $2 million, okay? We can provide up to $35,000 to get somebody funded tomorrow, or maybe even today, depending on when they fill out the application, okay? And we'll talk about the differences as we go through. All right. And now we're offering lines of credit up to $100,000. Okay. All right. To help you in your business go forward, expand, grow, take care of immediate, whatever the case may be. To become eligible with us, though, we have certain requirements that we still have to put out there. All right. And, you know, when you think about small business funding, this is for your business. This is not personal. All right. But some of the same criteria apply when you have to show, you know, are you capable of paying this money back? Okay. We're lending you the money. Okay. Just like the bank at the car dealership, when you go to the finance office, you submit your credit application, they run it through 20 different people. Okay. It is no different with this. Okay. It's just on the business lending side. Okay. There's 20 different lenders, maybe more. Okay. I don't know. That's not my pay grade to know. Okay. But just to explain that and make it, you know, under the business owner understand. Okay. The concept is the same. Okay. It's just two different sides of the street. You're not looking for a personal loan. Some people cannot get $1,000 on a credit card right now, solely based off their credit score, their personal FICO credit score. Okay. When you sign up online and to these offers that come online about the credit cards and stuff, they say you can get this and then you apply. Okay. Oh, you've been declined. Okay. But if you're looking for a business loan, okay, all right, or business funding, all right, and you come in through revenue-based funding as an alternative, okay, your credit score, all right, is not the primary factor that they're looking at. The primary driver, the primary factor that these lenders are looking for, okay, is going to be the revenue that your business has produced, okay? And in our case, with the lenders that are operating through David Allen Capital, okay, our criteria or their criteria is, you know, you've got to have so much revenue to get this product. You got to have so much revenue to apply for this product, and you got to have so much revenue to apply for this product. And that's on the business funding side. We're not talking about credit card processing. We're not talking about customer financing. We're talking about lending money to your business. Okay. And so, that's just, the overall gist of it. Okay. So you could probably get $10,000 in your business based off of your history of what you've done the last few months, if everything's in line, as opposed to you even getting $100 on on a personal credit card. Okay. So there are differences though, but the concept's still the same. There are certain requirements you're still going to have to meet. Okay. So when you apply for a mortgage to get a house or get a commercial property or whatever the case may be, the lender's going to say, hey, well, this is our criteria. You got to do this. Okay. Or you're going for a car. You know, when you walk into CarMax, you walk into Chevrolet, what have you, at this day and age, you know, they probably got 30 different lenders that can deal with, you know, prime credit and subprime credit. Okay. On the business funding side, you know, especially revenue based, you know, there are, you know, X amount of lenders that can cater to and offer a deal to the person that's in this particular type of business. Okay. Based off of their revenue. All right. Yes, your credit will come into play on the back side, but it's not the front side. It's not front loaded heavy on credit through revenue based funding. It's probably that B equation, that B variable. A plus B. A being your revenue, your monthly bank statements, B being your FICO score to equal C, how much is going to be offered to you and what's going to be the best deal for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let me start with line of credit first, though. All right, because that is the most recent. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm not going to share my screen, but I want to talk about line of credit. All right, now line of credit is just what it is, a line of credit. So that's what your credit card is, basically, a line of credit. All right, so with this new line of credit that's being offered, all right, through us, all right, through David Allen Capital, okay, is actually it's really picking up steam just in the past week. Just had a Zoom meeting with the president of the company and the senior underwriter, and already, you know, a lot of business owners are like, hey, this is the way for me to go. Okay. We actually just got our reference sheets as agents just hot off the press. They were working on these last week or so, and it's ready to go. So I'll, go into my website, heavyequipmentcapital.com. I'm going to have it embedded in the website. I've marked out a couple things that pertain to the agency owner, like myself, and things for that nature, though. But for the most part, we're going to have a live PDF document available right up under our line of credit screen here for leads to the application. Everything that you see as far as applying for lines of credit, working capital, customer financing, things of that nature, all that's, leads to the replicated website of David Allen Capital that's, with my name on it, or as the agent who refers you. These products, you got to have a referral. You can't go directly to, these lenders outside of coming through this channel, coming through this platform, coming through David Allen Capital, or coming through an agent. Okay, so you've got to have an agent, just like a real estate agent. Who was the person who sold you that house, showed you that house, who's on that, or even like a salesman at the car. Well, who showed it to you first so they get to sell? It's no different, but you got to come through through David Allen Capital. You got to have an agent that referred you to this product or these products to help you along. Okay, so let's talk about line of credit first. All right, line of credit. We have this new line of credit, which is basically a revolving line of credit. Okay, up to $100,000. All right, could be available to you. Again, you got to meet the criteria to become eligible. Okay, and I'm going to discuss a lot of the things to become eligible. And again, we're going to have this document posted. Like I said, I've got it marked out I've redacted some information through Adobe, but we're going to have this posted on heavyequipmentcapital.com, and it'll be right up under our line of credit window. So let me go over a little bit. Okay, so primarily let's get on with the qualifications. Okay, there's no need to make everybody excited and happy and think they're going to, you still got to qualify. So and some things in between the lines that aren't on here that, depending on your specific industry that I'm aware of, that you're not aware of, to apply for before you apply for this line of credit. Okay. First of all, 1 year in business, that's a full 366 days. Okay. 1 year in business. Now, one of the kickers is your business has to show 90 days, okay, of $15,000 monthly gross revenue. Okay. Sales, revenue, what have you. If you're in these spaces in construction, agriculture, and trucking, is going to be the revenue that you produce coming off of, what's going into your bank account, your business bank account, maybe based off your settlements that you receive and you transfer over to your bank account, your bank statements, because in order to apply, you have to upload your business bank statements, okay, into the system. Okay, or you have to upload them. All right. The system is not ready yet to have it linked to your bank account, so you still got to do a little bit of manual footwork to through the application process on the website. So, 15,000 monthly. Okay. Anything below that 15, you're not going to make it. Okay, you got to show that 15,000. That's a consistent 15,000 a month. Okay, 15, and that's the low minimum. If it's great, if it's 30,000, great. That's even better. Okay, if it's 25,000, that's even better. All right, but it's got to be consistent. So we're talking, 17,000 in the month of November. We're talking 25 in the month of December, and we're talking, 30 in the month of last month of January. Okay, so it's got to be consistent like that. If you're 1 year in business, okay, your minimum credit score is 550. Okay, and this is U.S. based business. Okay, so I'm going to be kind of reading off the paper here, but because I don't want to miss anything, I want to be crystal clear because this video will be posted on the website. Okay, and I want to be crystal clear. Okay, and this is just the eligibility requirements. Okay, what could get you declined? And one of the qualifications is you can have no more, and this goes for our working capital as well and for our same day funding. Okay, you can still have the 1 year in business check. You can have the 15,000 plus monthly revenue in your business check. Okay, you could have the 800 credit score, the 700, the 650, whatever the case may be, or even the minimum here to 550. Okay, check. All right. What can get you declined is if you have anything over 5 days of NSFs, November Sierra Foxtrots, or in layman terms, non-sufficient funds, and or 5 days, anything no more than 5 days of negative bank balance. That money could be coming in. Okay, yeah, I got 30,000 a month. Well, if you got negative bank balances just within those 30 days, or you got more than 5 return checks that you wrote to somebody and they bounced, all right, pound saying have a nice day. Okay, until your bank statement shows, or your bank statement shows that everything is in line, the 15,000 or more, and no negative days, or no more than 5 negative days or NSFs in a month, will come on in. Okay, but if you have those, you might want to hold off. Okay, so I just want to be crystal clear about that. I want to have it posted here. If you are with our line of credit, if you are in the states of New Jersey, California, Rhode Island, Nevada, Vermont, or Montana, your credit score minimum has to be 600. Okay, those states got a little bit of regulatory laws that we just couldn't get around, so we have to put that out there. And so for some of the lenders that offer money in those states, and they have to be compliant with the state board of insurance and lending, finance, things of that nature, and those states, those lenders have made it clear to us as an agency and agency partners of David Allen Capital that those particular states are going to have to require that business owner is going to have to show not only 1 year, okay, in business, but if he's been in business 1 year, okay, or more, all right, and he lives in that state, his minimum credit score has got to be a 600. Okay, now here's some information that is not posted, but I'm privy to because our headquarters unit there and our underwriter team that deal with these lenders on a daily basis. Okay, now this pertains to a line of credit. Okay, if you are in one of the niche markets of construction or transportation and trucking, okay, your credit score still has to be a 600, and you got to be in business 2 years. Okay, so you got to show 25 months of operation, 15,000 or more. All right, 2 years in business, and a 600. Okay, all right. So that's information that is not listed on our little sheet here, but it's just privy to. So I want to make sure I'm clear on that. Okay, so but you check the box on those, you got everything in place. That becomes your eligibility ticket to send into the send up to have reviewed. You're looking at about a 1 to 3 day turnaround, maybe about 1 day to take a look at your application, make sure everything's in line, and then next couple of days to make sure they found you the right funder. Any other questions, any other things outside of that that may come up, those things will be discussed. But an offer will come to you. All right, and again, account managers will be jumping on board with you, and then it'll go to junior underwriting, and then it'll go to senior underwriting, and before they push the button to and they'll be talking with you one-on-one, okay, during the course of that time. And then whatever your offer is whatever your offer is, you take it or leave it. Okay, you got a better deal at the bank, absolutely go ahead. But you're gonna have some issues, or the bank told you not today, you need to show a little bit more. Well, I'm going to get online. I'm going to contact Cameron Burrell at David Allen Capital, and I'm going to go through his process, and I'm going to see what's made available. So, and then you get that money, okay? You get that money, whether it's 50 grand or 75 grand or 30 grand, or you get the full Monty, the 100 grand. You can use that money immediately, and you can do a drawdown, okay? And whatever you draw down, say you take out $10,000 and you use it for whatever it's used for, okay, that's what your payback is going to be based off of, okay? So if you're pulling off 10, all right, then it's going to be calculated, all right, this is your payment back. Now, I want to be also crystal clear, okay? Let me educate, okay, and be crystal clear, okay? In the revenue-based funding space, okay, in the revenue-based funding space, there is the opportunity to pay money back, okay, on a monthly basis does not exist, okay? With the line of credit that we're offering now, all right, you're looking at a weekly payment, okay? So whatever that calculated payment is when you draw down, okay, all right, you take 10, you take 20, whatever case is, you owe 10. There's probably going to be the draw fee on some lenders could be $300. Some lenders may not charge anything, okay? But and we're gonna get into. I want to have a lot of that other little detailed information posted on the website. But you take 10, you may owe 10.3 back. All right, depending on what lender is working with you and funded you. Okay, you may have a lender that you take 10 and you owe 10 back. Okay, but you owe that 10 back weekly until you pay that 10 off. And when you pay that 10 off, that 10 goes right back to you, and there you have it again. Okay, it's readily available again. Okay, even if you pay 5, all right, that you took 10 off 100, that you paid 5, the following week. Well, that 9,500 is available, or that 90,000, or that 95,000 is available. Okay, all right, and then you pay the 10 off, the following week or two. Okay, based off that is going to be how your your principal and interest is calculated and what have you, though. But it's going to be a weekly repayment. All right, so weekly repayment, paying that back on a monthly scale. In the alternative finance, and in particular in revenue-based funding. Okay, and the lenders that are working with us at David Allen Capital to offer this. Okay, weekly payment is about as far as it's going to go. Okay, we can talk about when we get into same-day funding and higher amounts in working capital. You're talking daily repayments. Okay, but don't let that discourage you. Okay, just putting everything. I want to put everything out there, and then not leave anything to chance. Because if you're going to work with me, okay, I'm going to give you everything up front. Okay, I'd rather you be armed with everything you want to know, all right, and probably didn't even think about knowing before you get ready to commit to submitting your application. Okay, I want to be able to educate you. I want to be able to say, hey, You may not like that, but this is just how this particular transaction is going to go. This is how this money's got to be paid back. This is, this product, this works like this. I'd rather ahead of time before you walk out the gate. As you see me, combat engineering. Before you go out the gate, you need to have 30 rounds. Okay, you need to have 7 30-round magazines on you at all times. You need to have A, B, C, and D. Okay, before you walk out the gate. That is the standard walk out the gate protocol in Baghdad, Iraq, to go on mission. Okay, if you don't have that, you're running the risk of, not having the need to get you out of the situation. And this is the same here. Okay, you need to know what you need to have before you even submit that application. Okay, I want you to be aware that the things that could possibly come up. All right, I will have failed you as a potential agent working with you if I don't say that. And that's why I want to put these out in YouTube videos. All right, when you talk to me, all right, this is what it is. Okay, to help you make an informed decision about which route may be best for you. But as far as the line of credit goes, those are the eligibility requirements, the minimums to go ahead and get the process started. Now, that doesn't guarantee anything. Like I said, anything that may show up, your bank statements will be, they'll be looked at. Okay, so you got to be comfortable with that somebody in a financial space, services space, is going with that is a licensed underwriter. Okay. All right. And dealing with these lenders that got these millions of dollars ready to go. Okay. Ready to funnel straight to your bank account. All systems go. You got green lights. Hey, that money's coming. All right. That money is on the way to your checking account, your business checking account, to be ready to go, to be used that same day after you receive funds or the next day. Okay. As it pertains to this line of credit. Okay. And some of the other terms, like I said, I'm going to have this posted. I'm not going to get too far deep. I don't want the video to run for an hour and a half. But some real quick things, you can draw funds multiple times as needed, and we'll get into that. All that will be highlighted on the paper here. As a matter of fact, I was going to hold the paper. I don't have a color copy. I got a black and white printer. But pretty much this is what's going to be on the website. Okay. And it'll be for viewing. Okay. There'll be some points out here that I've already highlighted. There'll be some redacted information. Okay, though, but I feel like this document, all right, will help explain a lot. As people come to the website and take a look, okay, before they move forward. And I ask people to reach out, call me first too, as well, before you get started. You only pay interest on the amount used, and you're looking at automatic weekly payments anywhere from 6 to 12-month terms. Okay, and you can also prepay it off. You can overpay. Just like there are no prepayment penalties in your mortgage loan, your car loan, whatever other loan. There's no prepayment. And one of the biggest things about David Allen Capital helping to fund and get small business owners going. Okay, none of the lenders. Check this out. This is going to be a big difference, and I may have mentioned this already. The big difference is going to be another big difference in going through DAC. Okay. It's going to be, guess what? All right. There's no collateral. All right. I want to get real in your face. No collateral. Okay. If somebody asks for your house turnover, using your house as collateral, all right, no lender through David Allen Capital is going to do that. Okay. No collateral. Okay. You don't have to worry about your boat. You don't have to worry about giving up your firstborn, okay, cutting off your right leg. You got some land somewhere and you got the title to it and deed and it's worth X, okay, to make this deal go through. You got any other materialistic item that's got value, don't worry about pawning, your grandmother's, diamond necklace from, 100 years ago, whatever the case is. That's not going to come up. Okay. Again, the main driver for line of credit, even working capital, same day funding through David Allen Capital and the lenders is going to be revenue. Again, this is revenue based. Okay, so that's that. We'll move off of line of credit. Let's get in. I'm going to work backwards. Let's get into working capital. Okay, now before this line of credit, the big flagship product for David Allen Capital is, and probably still is, for some customers. Not everybody may apply, get the line of credit. Okay, but the word is that people are getting the line of credit when they were denied or on the working capital. Okay, and vice versa, they were denied on the working capital and they're getting approved for the line of credit. So it's kind of a win-win to have a couple of different products that, well, I didn't make it on this run on this lane over here, but I came down this lane and man, I got it. Okay, and so that's good to have multiple products that can help the business owner to help them expand or in a tight pinch. So let's talk about working capital. Working capital is going to be a little different. The requirements are the same. I can talk these off of my head because they're pretty much the same. The requirements, the time in business is going to be different. Business checking account. I'm looking at my website. So online banking. The online banking is, you can have it set up, but because you still have to supply your bank statements through that website. It's a different website. So I'm actually seeing my website now. I may need to take that down. But 4 months in business, 550 credit score, 15,000. Okay, so that sounds almost just like the line of credit, but this time it's 4 months in business. Okay, and the same rules apply about the negative bank days and NSFs. Hey, no more than 5. Okay, you got 6, and that bank statement shows that you had a negative balance, and it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you see a 6. Hey, they're gonna kick you back. Come back next month, or actually, you're gonna have to come back and apply for working capital, business capital, when you got a consistent, okay, like I said, you could have $100,000 going to the bank every month. You're good. You got a 700 credit score. You're good. Okay. Oh, but you got 6 NSFs. You wrote 6 checks. They all bounced. Okay. They came back. NSF, non-sufficient funds, and or you got 80 grand in, but every time you get 80 grand in, you got you got a negative balance. You're negative $100 5 times out the month. All right. Oh, come back. See you later. When everything is consistent, okay, your income, your deposits are consistent, no negative balances, no negative NSFs. Okay, when all that is consistent for, I believe, for 3 months. Okay, for 3 months, when all that is consistent, then you can apply. Okay, now you're talking about big dollars. Okay, we're talking 25 at a minimum, up to 2 million. Okay, and I don't knock anybody whatever they're doing, but 50 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand. Okay, if you need that and you can show that or you can produce that, you're looking at 1 to 2 times of your monthly deposits coming in. Okay, to try to obtain that if you need that. Okay, or looking for that. Now, the working capital is going to be different. Okay, and how you can use that. Okay, because your rate is going to be a little higher. All right, and your payback is going to be higher. So the scenario that we use with line of credit, you got 100 grand, and I take that 10 grand like the next day or the next week. Okay, I owe 10 grand back, or I owe 10 grand. I owe 10.3 because there was the service charge from the lender to use that, that 10,000. Okay, and every lender is different. But in working capital, okay, you're coming through that on that side. That payback is not just going to be 10 grand or 10.3. It may be 11 or 12 on the payback. Okay. And then you got to pay that back on a daily basis. All right. That number will be calculated. So you may have to pay back, let's just say $300 a day coming out of your checking account. that business checking account. All right. So that's why I say the lenders are looking at your statements to determine whether or not you're bank worthy, okay, based off your revenue and what you're putting in, because they're going to have those automatic payments set up. Okay, you're going to have to authorize those automatic payments set up to come for that money to come out on a daily basis. Now that's not a bad thing, okay, but just know that's just how it goes when you're looking for that big cash lump sum, okay, because you can apply for, you can show, and and then your credit kicks in, and you can show you got the income to show it, your credit kicks in, helps out, and what have you. There's stories right now of folks getting up to $500,000, $600,000. They may not need all that, but they're applying for it, okay, and they're getting it, and it's being offered. They may not take 600, they may take 150 or 100 or whatever the case is, because the payback's going to be higher, especially on $600,000, because if I got 600, they're doing 1.29 times to 1.49 times the rate of my monthly income. That's $700-something I got to pay back. That's almost $800,000 I may have to pay back. All right, so I don't need the whole thing. All right, but just know that whatever that daily amount is to pay that money back, or to start paying back, at least until you get to maybe about 50%, okay, or whatever that lump sum is, okay, that's what you got to do. All right, and so just want to arm you with that. Want to put that knowledge to you. Okay, the lump sums are higher with working capital though, but the paybacks are going to be higher. You're going to pay just like in the mortgage or car loan. Okay, it's not based off APR. Not a percentage rate. It's going to be what you're doing and you're still on your business. So that rate may be 1.19. It may be 1.29. It may be 1.39, so forth and so on. All that information will be discussed when you move forward. Okay, but that's how your payback is going to be. Okay, when you offer that, when you ask for that larger lump sum of money, working capital. Now, hey, I need a excavator. I need 2 excavators. I need a dozer. I need 2 semi trucks with a trailer. I need 2 Dodge Ram 2500s, 3500 dualies with PJ hot shot trailers. You know what I'm saying? I need a John Deere tractor. Okay, I need a planter. The planter is $150,000. I just went to auction and I got to get it, and I need it now. Okay, because planting season's coming up. Okay, I need a Benson 48-foot split axle flatbed trailer to go behind my Peterbilt, so I can start hauling, flatbed building materials, this, that, and the other. Okay, or I may take that money and I'll use that as working capital. I got to feed my employees. I need payroll. I got to get fuel. The supplier is charging me $3,000-$4,000 to put in 2,000 gallons of fuel every 2 weeks. I got to keep my truck supplied. You can still use it as kind of as capital, but just understand the payback is going to be different. Okay, that's going to be a daily payback. So that account, those automatic payments are going to come from that business checking account, on a daily basis. So I don't know when that starts. That'll be something that's discussed when you talk to the actual account managers, the underwriters, and what have you when they're working your deal. And then when they talk to you, you'll know, hey, $300 a day is going to come out to start paying back this loan. $500 a day is going to come back, start paying this loan back, or this funding back, okay, to the lender, okay, so forth and so on, okay. So that's working capital, okay. Next is same-day funding. All right, same-day funding is this. We have partnered roughly about the middle of 2021. Partnered with a bank called Biddy Advance. All right. And David Allen Capital is the only company that Biddy Advance is working with outside of their own platform. So there's Biddy Advance, you can go in. Okay. However, now they partner with David Allen Capital. So to even get a Biddy Advance same day funding up to $35,000, you got to come through David Allen Capital. You got to know somebody like a Cameron Burrell that's an agent with David Allen Capital. You can't just walk up to the website, okay, and apply straight up for this same day funding. Same day funding is this. As of maybe 2 months ago, the max funding that they're doing now It's called Bank Breezy, but the max funding that Bank Breezy or Bitty Advance is doing is now up to 35,000. Okay, this is a same day funding. Okay, or the next day. You can apply online and you link your bank account to show. Now the minimum is 5,000 in revenue. All right. Now keep in mind the more revenue that you got coming in your business. Look at the website here. The more revenue you got coming in, the better off you'll be. Okay. You got $5,000, you're probably not gonna get too much. Okay. You doing 10, they may offer you about 7,500, but always the more the better. Okay. The requirements for same day funding through Bank Breezy and Bitty Advance is you got to be an LLC or a corporation. Okay, no sole proprietors. I think some of the issues have been in the past that people are, trying to get the money and then they're going off closing up their checking account and, jumping forward. So, well, you got an LLC or corporation. Guess what they can do? They can put a lien on you. UCC1 lien against you. Okay, you got that LLC or corporation, and then they can bring you into court. Okay, if you try to pull that stunt, with your banking account, they can still track you down and request that money. Okay, same day funding is not for startups. Okay, so if you just got going, you're going to need at least 6 months. All right, I wait till I got about 7 months in, then I'll ask for some. I'd ask for that same day. Okay, business checking account based off your EIN. You took that EIN number you got from the IRS. All right, you went and opened up a business checking account for your business. Okay, and that's how that works. 5,000 monthly revenue, 450 Fico score, and same rules apply. No more than 5 bounce checks, and no more than 5 days of negative balance. Okay, same rules apply when it comes to that. Your credit score can be, again, 750, 800, whatever you want to be. But if you miss, you don't have that 5,000 for 3 months, or you got negative bank days and return checks more than 5, have a nice day. Decline, the system will decline you off top. You'll wonder why, and that's just what they found, and you just couldn't produce that. And so, but you got everything in line. All lights are green, ready to go. You can literally have your documentation submitted. You can apply today. Let's say, well, banks will be closed on Monday, President's Day. So first thing Tuesday morning, you apply, say 9 o'clock. You get your response back. You get a soft offer. All right, through the system, they offered you, say, let's just say 15,000. Well, when you submit, with the same day funding Bank Breezy, you'll have to link your bank electronically to the system during the application. Then the system will go in and take a look to see, hey, does this business show, that they're producing $10,000 a month or $8,000 a month, $20,000 a month, whatever the case is. And if that system leaks into your bank account and sees those deposits based off your bank statements, and they represent that, and they're consistent, and there are no negative bank days, no negative balances, no return checks, all right, you'll probably get a better offer. Now, your credit won't get pulled until on the back end. So always remember the equation. A is revenue, B is your credit. Okay, so it'll be a soft credit pull in the very first beginning, and then all systems will go. Checks out. There'll be the actual pull of the FICO. Okay, your FICO score on the end. If your FICO is, if you say, hey, I got a 780, and it's determined that you got a 820, guess what? Congratulations, you just got an offer with more money. But you say you got a 780 or a 750 or a 680, or whatever the case it may be, and if you come back and you got a 600 or you got a 575, but guess what? Whatever that offer is just went down. So just know that going in, and that's how that same day funding works. But everything lines up in your favor. Everything checks out. You got all your ducks in a row. You're confident with everything, and you make an offer. The account managers there at Bank Breezy, Bitty Advance, they're going to reach out to you, text, phone, email, and they're going to discuss everything with you going forward. And you are the one that will acknowledge the fact that, hey, I'm taking the money, I want it, it looks good to me. Or you say, hey, I don't need that much, can you make it, you offer me 15, let's give me 75. Okay, well, they'll adjust that. You'll know your repayment schedule, which still will be daily, okay, but you know what will be coming out of that checking account before you submit and accept those funds. If you have those, if you've got everything in line and you start at 9 o'clock your time, wherever you are in the United States, okay, from New York to California, okay, you could be funded before 12 o'clock, okay. A lot of these transactions don't take anything more than maybe about an hour, hour and a half, okay, maybe 2 hours. So depending on what time you start, okay, you could possibly be funded that same day. And if you're past the 12 o'clock mark and everything's approved, you can be funded the next day, okay. Weekends, are excluded. So Monday is a holiday. You did everything Tuesday morning. You start at 9 your time. I'm in Central Standard Time. I jump online at 8 o'clock. I get everything going, and I talk with the folks that are at Bank Breezy or Biddy Advance. We get everything going. Everything checks out in my favor. I did every own thing on my end. I can prove what I've been putting in a month. The system can show that. I get an offer. They pull my credit real quick. My offer goes up. I decline that high offer, or my offer goes down. I accept that, and I know my terms going in, the payback. I could have that. Let's just say $7,500, that $10,000 or $15,000, whatever the case is, whatever that number is. I can have that money before lunchtime. All right. Now, here's the kicker. All right. And nothing against us. This is just how the game is played. These are the rules, these regulations. Just know when you get a same-day funding, okay, you know that money is going to be a little higher to pay back. Okay. If you get that money paid back in 30 days, you're winner chicken dinner. Okay. The longer you take, the more it's going to be. Okay. All right. So 60 days, you're going to have a higher. If you get it in 30 days, so let's just use 1.19 times if I get it done in 30 days. All right. I'm not paying as much back. Okay. My payment was going to be this on a daily calculated rate, but I got a lump sum of cash that came in. I got some big orders coming in. I was able to knock that loan down in 30 days. I was able to take that 10,000 and knock that joker down in 2 weeks. Okay, good for you, because guess what? If you can do that, okay, if you operate like that and can do that, guess what's going to happen? They're going to come right back to you, all right, and after you pay that loan, after you pay that money down, and they're going to say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Business Owner, do you need another advance? You did so well on your payback. We are ready to offer you another $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 right here on the spot. And since you did it so well the first time, we may offer this weekly to you, but you're going to have to show that. All right, you've got to show if you can pay that money back and be honest about it and get it back to them, or at least pay half of it back to see if you can go into weekly payments. Again, revenue-based funding, again, I can't reiterate it enough. No monthly payment. Is either going to be weekly, a daily payment, all right, and then you got to show your lender that you're worthy enough to go to weekly, all right. With the line of credit, you're automatic on weekly, all right. There is no weekly, and then we go to monthly, okay, with the line of credit, all right. So that's same day funding, Bank Breezy. We got there on the website as well. Moving on, let me just talk quickly on customer financing. If you provide a service, all right, and you're within, like I said, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm talking construction, I'm talking agriculture, I'm talking trucking, for all the service industries that service diesel engines, that service heavy equipment and stuff like that. You've got people coming in and out of your store. All right. You send a technician out to the field 50 miles away to help a guy, on his John Deere tractor or his tractor that he rented from you, or you're servicing his truck. He's on the side of the highway. You're providing a 24-hour tire service, tow service, whatever the case may be. Okay. Or the truck had to come into your service department. And, oh man, I didn't, I'm an older road trucker. I don't have the $3,000 to pay you like that. There is a program that you, as the business owner of that service company, all right, can apply for, to where you're offering your customers customer financing. Okay. And it works pretty good for you. Now, this is not funding. This is just a lender offering you the opportunity to offer financing to those customers that maybe can't pay that that large ticket. but it still benefits you because you can offer that and still benefit and earn points and cash rewards, and and increase your sales and things of that nature, offering those services to your customers that cannot afford the high ticket amount, being, say, oh, the diesel engine, the transmission was, $3,000. Well, the guy or girl didn't have it, okay, and she's an owner op or lease op, and she didn't have it on a credit card. Well, you offered her finance. It's like going to the dentist office. Oh, the bill is $3,000 to take this tooth out and run a root canal and all this other stuff. Well, just like the dentist office, you see the little cards there. Oh, we got alternative financing made available by this such company. You could be that same person. Your business could be that same way. That's customer financing. And so we've got a link on the website, and David Allen Capital has partners that work with that too. So if you are a service-based company and you're providing services to folks, just random, especially if you're in the trucking business and, guys, girls passing through on the trucks, the truck broke down and they got to come to your shop and, this, that, and the other, get them back going. You could offer this to them, to your customers in the future, and where, like I said, you will benefit from the program that the lender reaches out to you to discuss with you, so you can offer that, and that'll be another sale revenue stream for you as well. So, all right, well, it looks like I've gotten up to an hour, so we'll go ahead and close it out. But I want to thank you listening. We'll have this posted up on our page. This will be our new video on heavyequipmentcapital.com. You follow on LinkedIn. We'll have this posted on our heavyequipmentcapital.com business page on LinkedIn and on Facebook. I'm actually recording both on Facebook and LinkedIn at the same time, so they're both platforms will catch it. I see I got one of you, and kudos to whoever you are, and thanks for watching and everything. So I hope I explained. You can definitely reach out to us on Facebook. Definitely reach out to us on LinkedIn. You can leave a comment, what have you, here on the YouTube page, and we'll get back with you, though. But just want to be transparent with everybody, letting everybody know, yeah, line of credit versus working capital versus same-day funding. Okay, we've got those products available. Your small business owner, the money is there, people. The money is there. It's just you just got to make sure that before you come through the door, you've had all your ducks in a row. You're a business owner, and like I said, we are the alternative to the banks. We're an alternative to the SBA. Okay, and if you got your stuff in order, there is somebody that we can find to help you get that money. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it just plain and simple. There's a lender that works with us. All right, out of the, right now the minimum is probably about 20. We may have about 30 lenders. We got one lender for same day funding. Okay, we've got multiple lenders for working capital, and we've got the same lenders and or more lenders for lines of credit. All right, so you're looking for a line of credit that you can, hey, you pay it off quickly, it'll still be available. Just think of it as a credit card. I got a $5,000 limit on my credit card. I use $1,000 to buy parts. I pay them back within 30 days. They put that money right back on my card. That money is available again without all the fees. Okay, without all the fees. Okay, and this document that we'll have posted on the website, it'll talk about the fees involved. And like I said, now every lender is different. Some will charge a fee, some may not. It's just whoever may deal with you or is willing to work with you. Okay, working capital, you got that big lump sum purchase you need to do. It's over $100,000. Okay, just know that's you got to pay that money back on a daily basis. Okay, but that's a one-time ticket item. Okay, or when I say one time, I mean that money is I need $250,000. Okay, well I got to calculate what they're offering me to pay back based off of my revenue to pay daily, but I need that large ticket item. I say I need that semi truck, or I need 2 trucks. I need a tow truck. I need a forklift. I need a crane. I need a dozer, excavator. I need a tractor, whatever it is. All right, but just know that when you apply for that working capital through us, all right, it's going to be those lenders like, hey, you understand that this is a daily repayment. So those deposits in your bank account, if you're doing 50,000 a month, just know, $500-600 a day, or $800 maybe, will be coming out of your checking account a day to go ahead and start paying it back. Okay. And then same day funding again, Bank Breezy, you can get up to 35,000, the same day or the next day, based off of that, you're working your $5,000 a month or more that you're producing in your business. Okay, so everything will be listed on the website. We got everything kind of laid out. Again, reach out to us on Facebook, through the Facebook app, their icon at the bottom of the website, and or LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn. I'd love to follow you back, see what your business is, and how we can help you again get this money. It's money on the streets. You're in construction. You're in trucking. Hey, this new infrastructure bill that's still going on. It's going to be a lot of money coming down, and a lot of trucks are going to have to be delivering freight, and a lot of construction companies, and it's still going to be auxiliary businesses that are going to benefit from what's going on with that passage of that bill. So get yourself positioned to take part of. You getting contracts. You need equipment. Okay, you need to hire. I know there's labor shortages, there's material shortages, things of that nature though. But as the economy and everything bounces back, after this COVID run, okay, be in position, have your business in position to get that money. Come talk to Captain B. Okay, I know the ins and outs. All right, I can steer you in the right direction. Okay, if your bank is not able to help you, okay, or your bank is going to start quote unquote tripping with you, okay, and they're going to want that house. They lean to the house. They're gonna want to lean to the land and the family farm. And they had in the family. They're gonna want that 100 acres or whatever. Hey, forget all that. Come talk to Captain B, David Allen Capital. We can help you get to and advise you of what you need to do so you can be ready. If you're not ready now, okay, hey, get ready. Okay, if you got this and that money is available, it can be a very smooth process if you got everything in line. Okay, so all right, folks, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on the next video. Hopefully we'll see you next Friday. Okay, I'll probably have some more great information, and we're going to put this out so you can soak this in over the weekend and get yourself together to get this money for your business. Okay, all right, have a great day. Captain B out.